Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honour as well as my duty to speak to you this morning. A graduation ceremony is an important occasion. It's an end and a beginning. It acknowledges where you have come from and anticipates where you're going. These occasions are usually marked by gathering together, celebrating our own versions of a shared experience, and this can often mix delight, sadness, appreciation, and maybe apprehension. Graduations traditionally involve ceremony, and after that, music, food, dancing, talking, listening, the traditional 100 million shared selfies, and a kaleidoscope of emotions. However, due to COVID, there can be no music for a while. The party will have to be virtual and then socially distanced. It's a real regret that we cannot celebrate our time together by being together, before what has brought us together takes its solitary way into our separate memories. This is in many ways the worst thing that COVID has done. It's taken away the opportunity to mark this important occasion in the most appropriate way. However, some aspects of a traditional graduation ceremony can be delivered online with no real loss of purpose or effect, and this speech is one of those. So, first, I would like to welcome all parents and family members of our graduating students. Thank you for joining us. And to parents, I must say that without you, none of this could be happening. Thank you for trusting us with the education of your child. It's a great responsibility and one that we take very seriously. At times it has been quite challenging, but the opportunity to be involved in supporting the learning and development of these fine young people has been incredibly rewarding for us. We also appreciate the close involvement of so many parents in our work, commenting, criticizing, encouraging, sharing concerns and sharing successes. All this helps us to work more effectively. Schools function best when in partnership with parents and families, when we listen to each other and work together. We may have different skills, insights and experience, but we have the same aims. Cooperation and openness can only help us further the interests of our students. We're delighted that you're able to join this celebration. I would also like to thank the teachers without whom we wouldn't have a school. Teaching is a strange art. It's not just placing facts before students, and there is little skill involved in that. Nor is good teaching about moulding students or drilling them. Rather, it's supporting learning, extending knowledge and testing understanding, stretching but not inhibiting learners. It's based on teaching individuals, not teaching specifications or cohorts. This leads to work in the classroom which is more enjoyable, more engaging and more interesting for all involved. The quality of the experience of learning is central to what we are trying to achieve. This will show itself in academic progress and also in the less tangible things that are an essential part of what every student needs to learn, not just for exams, but also for their time beyond formal education. I'm referring to things like judgment, discretion, perseverance, the capacity to evaluate, the ability to disagree constructively, an appreciation of the value of different interpretations, a necessary skepticism, critical appreciation, and all the nuanced behaviours that will help them nudge their way forward in an increasingly complicated and difficult world. There are also the social aspects of education, developing the capacity to share time and space and common purpose with others, the need to understand and respect personal boundaries, an awareness of how you can affect others as they can affect you, understanding when to say things and how to say them, understanding when not to say things, and importantly, the capacity and courage to stand up for what you know to be right, even if it is an unpopular and difficult truth. We want every student to develop their own unique personal appreciation of these attitudes and values. We hope you can understand that Insworld does some things differently. A lot of schools make much noise about how they want to promote and instill values into their students, how they seek to mould young minds into the leaders of tomorrow. Well, fine. At Insworld, we don't need to do this because you, our students, do this for us. We don't need to promote tolerance because our students have already gone beyond tolerating each other. Our students share time and space, ideas, hopes, aspirations, grumbles and successes. We don't promote diversity because we are diverse. Our students look out for each other, understand each other and support each other. This is not something we can teach. It's down to the students, it's down to their character, their upbringing and their own sense of right and wrong. These values and attitudes are important in themselves, but in a world that manages to be simultaneously globalized and fractured and extremely fractious, they will become essential qualities in work and in life. So please, students, take these with you wherever you go. As I said, this occasion is partly about looking back, partly about seeing where we are now, and in part thinking about what lies in the future. For those of you who have reached the end of your time with us and are moving forward to new opportunities, I would like to say for myself and on behalf of my teaching colleagues that it has been our honour and our pleasure to work with you. One of the greatest satisfactions of working in education is reaching that point at which it's understood that a student no longer needs our help. We need to step back, and you need to push forward. I think we've reached that point with most of you. It's deeply rewarding to feel we've made a positive contribution to the life of any young person. This is why we work in education. It's what makes our work worthwhile. This moment is in some ways a bittersweet realization, a bit like reaching the end of a novel. It's that point where people you have come to know and care about move on to face new challenges and new opportunities. This is right and this is necessary. You leave us with our best wishes and our best hopes for your future. We will miss you, all of you. So goodbye and good luck with everything.